Okay, this is how it's starting.
Always better the second time. Hey everybody, I'm MAK.
And I'm Courtney. Welcome back to 2MC.
This is exciting. We're like on location. We're like just outside of our studio, but we're in the chambers.
Yeah, for our weekly podcast where you learn all things local government.
Yes, I forgot that.
That's all right. I got your back.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're in chambers today.
We are.
Just the two of us. Well, the three of us.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Okay, you sing another verse, you gotta pay money.
All right, I always forget that. Okay, let's get on track.
Let's get back to business.
We have notes today.
Yes.
So that we can stay on task, right?
It's really to try to keep her on task. We'll see how it goes.
I know. And it's written very tiny.
Yeah, my bad. So we had our State of the County last week.
We did. So if you weren't there, we were.
We were.
We were there.
Actually, we had some people come up to us and tell us how excited they were to watch our podcast.
Which was very exciting. And this is an opportunity for me to introduce our annual report, which
Yes.
highlights all of the achievements from last year.
Mm-hmm.
And look at this.
I mean, are we cute or are we cute? Look
We
at
just
that.
autographed one.
We did. Yeah. We're pretty
Anyway.
popular.
Well, it's all about fostering connections, and the Office of Communications is working to keep residents informed, and we have a lot of different ways to do that, and the podcast is one of them,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, cool.
cool.
Anyway, State of the County, that is going on, it is online. So if you missed it, you can watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Annual report also is a very dapper flip book
Online.
online. Yep,
If you want to check it out there. Or
hard copies.
come get your copy at the admin building
Yep,
or
libraries.
libraries.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that we can complete each other's sentences.
I was going to say sandwiches.
I'm being serious here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway, that was State of the County.
Yes.
And I'm moving on because I'm staying on task.
Wow.
And-
so proud.
We had a board meeting this week.
We did have a board meeting this week. Yes.
It was a lot of really good conversation.
Mhm.
And actually later in the program, we are going to have a guest.
You're jumping already.
No, I'm talking about the board meeting, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a guest later on.
Do me a salad, stop hitting the pamphlet.
Yeah. Just take it away from her.
As you were.
As you were. I'm always getting in trouble. Okay, so
Sorry.
is that also loud?
It is okay, it's the last one. We're good.
Okay.
At the board meeting,
Yes, a lot of good discussion
we
on
had-
things.
yeah, we had Stephanie Murley, who's our budget director,
Yes.
come over and speak about fund balance adjustments.
It was a good opportunity to learn. And I
Yeah.
know there was conversation on social media, which, is always out and about what a fund balance is.
Yeah, so why don't you let us know?
I thought you were going to look at your notes. Oh my gosh, I almost fell over. Fund balance knocked me off my feet. Fund balance. So fund balance is any funds that are remaining at the end of the year.
Okay.
So could be leftover from ongoing projects, could be
Mhm.
savings, could be revenue collections. So you know how Stephanie talks about Parks and Rec and how Seaside Cafe and their revenue generating
Mm-hmm.
sources, they collect revenue.
Right.
So it's really just a best management practice for budgeting that you adjust what was estimated earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're closing out your budget, then you reconcile it,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So it's like being like fiscally responsible
Yes.
for the
I do that with
budget.
my budget. Do you? Okay.
I spend like I'm dying tomorrow.
I just was on the phone with her this morning saying how I have a shopping problem.
And you know what? Frank doesn't know about it.
He does now.
Does he watch?
Yeah.
Well, Frank,
Just kidding.
Yeah.
You didn't hear it from me.
Oh, grab
So-
a glass of water and sit down and think this through.
So also what was spoken about was the medical examiner project, the
Yes.
new office.
New office and facilities, we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was really interesting, I thought, when they were talking about it because, I don't know, you probably don't think about the ME's place of business very
Uh-huh.
often, right?
Right.
So they said, they're in the design process
Mhm.
and that they're working to make it a very good balance because it's also where people go to work.
Yeah.
So it needs to have a good balance.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is on our board
Yeah,
meeting.
you can check out all, what they had spoken about
I thought it was really
on the board
interesting.
meeting. We'll put that in the show notes
Drop it in the show notes.
down there.
Is it too loud when I clicked? It's loud in your ear? No. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
She's wild. Wild, I tell you.
So that brings us
To
the ear. Not that one.
yeah.
The evaluation and appraisal report.
Yes.
And for this, we have the actual professional person that can give you all the deets.
yes, because we've talked about the ear before, the ear process.
We have.
And we have the comprehensive planning administrator, Clyde Dulin.
Coming on set to answer our questions.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll go into that.
Clyde.
Hey, welcome back. We have our special guest here, Clyde Dulin.
Hi there.
Hey, Clyde. You're the comprehensive planning administrator for
Yeah.
Martin County.
That's right.
And you've been here a couple years?
More than a couple.
So when dinosaurs roamed, you were working on a comp plan.
Pretty much.
Okay. So he's got the
You're
info.
kind of a master at it then.
Well, that's saying so much.
The comprehensive plan is the focus of your job. It is your
It
career.
is.
It's all you do.
It is for the past 25 years that I've been in growth management. It has been the focus of what I do is amending and upkeep and maintenance and protecting and preserving.
That's incredible.
Yeah. That's,
So
ton of experience
yes,
right here in front of us.
I know. I'm very lucky to have him today.
Right? So we
Stefan's
just had,
laughing at us.
well, I'd be laughing at us too. So we just went through our ear process, right? Which,
Well, we're at the ending stage
Yes.
of our ear process. Every 7 years, the state requires us to do house cleaning of our comprehensive plan. Go through it, update the dates, remove the stale dated information, and reach out to the community and find out what changes need to be made. An obvious one is in 2017, an unincorporated area of Martin County incorporated and became the village of Indiantown. So all of the references in the comprehensive plan that are talking about an unincorporated area now have to refer to the village of Indiantown.
So so that makes sense to me. So you have to go through and just clean up because if we refer to an unincorporated area that doesn't exist anymore, then that is it's not clean and it's also not legally.
It's dated. It's
dated.
just laws have to be updated to reflect current changes. Names of state agencies that are mentioned in the comp plan
okay.
have changed.
Yeah.
Dates where we were planning where we said, well, by this date we'll finish this study. Well, that was 10 years ago or that was 5 years ago.
Okay.
And so those studies may have been completed and we need to identify new items that need to be there and dates that need to be replaced. And so it is an opportunity also for the community, and we worked on this for over a year, reaching out to the community
Yes.
through the Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council.
Yep. We did
To have-
surveys.
Yeah, we had a survey and an online survey for people, and we had meetings in the Armstrong Room of the Blake
Yes.
Library, where we invited people in and took their public input and used that to generate what was called an evaluation and appraisal report.
That's the ear.
ear.
That's the ear.
We
Yes.
talked about the ear
We did.
earlier on in our, way back in our early podcast.
in our earlier podcast
But we were
days.
talking about the process
That's right.
itself.
That's right.
But now we're talking about it again because you guys had some items that went before the board
Yes,
this week
that's right.
at the board meeting. So can you share some of that?
Sure. Let me
back
bring you up to that.
Okay.
Following the EAR report
Yes.
that we presented to the board in March of 2024,
Okay.
we then went out and did amendments to 16 chapters of the comprehensive plan. We strike and underline words in there to correct and update things based in large part upon the EAR. And then we took them to the local planning agency, and then we took them to the Board of County Commissioners for transmittal hearings in October of 2024. And all 16 chapters were transmitted off to the state. All the
that's
state
right.
agencies
they have like
reviewed them. Yep.
two times before the board,
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So they went off to the state agencies, and then we got back what's called an objections, recommendations, and comments report, or the ORC report.
And that comes from the state.
That comes from the State Land
Okay.
Planning Agency, the DEP, the Department of Transportation, et cetera, et
That's
cetera.
incredible. And all municipalities do this.
All municipalities, all counties.
Is it just in Florida?
Yes,
Huh.
it is.
Wow.
We just learned something new.
We did. That's cool.
Yeah.
So yesterday
Yep.
was the first of 3 hearings that we will use to present all 16 chapters to the Board of County Commissioners for adoption. They took no action yesterday.
Okay.
They'll take no action on March 11. They just opened the public hearings, started working on different chapters, reviewing them, going over them, discussing them among each other.
Yeah, it's an opportunity for them to discuss it all together because they
That's
don't
right.
get to do that
That's right.
beforehand, right?
Mhm. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's their opportunity to really get into the nitty gritty and to work on it. And that's what they were doing yesterday. They'll do it again on March 11 with 7 other chapters. And then on March 25, we'll bring them the last 2 chapters fresh. And then they will vote on all of the chapters.
And then the process, so they vote on the chapters. If it's approved, then it goes back to the state?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
adoption on
Okay.
March 25. And then off to the state, all of it goes again because the state's then going to compare what they looked at in October or what we sent them in October with what we're going to send them in March of this year.
Okay.
And they're going to say, okay, yeah, you did everything that you said you were going to do and you didn't do anything you weren't going to do. And okay, fine, you're effective. And your plan is up to date.
Okay.
Awesome.
That's a process. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
full process of the year, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
is like 2 years.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
So, every 7 years, we update, and it takes 2 years
That's
for it to
right.
go through. So
So do you get like a year or 2 that you're doing something else and then all of a sudden you're back in ear? Are you always preparing for ear, in ear,
No.
submitting ear?
We, like you said, about a year in advance, at least, we get started with, the process so that we can hit our deadlines because the state actually has a whole chart of dates for each county to do their ear on.
wow,
Oh, so they're not
So that-
looking at everything.
that's right.
All the
That's
counties.
right.
Okay,
That's
that makes a
right.
lot of sense.
That's right.
that makes sense.
Huh.
So
That's
it's-
fascinating.
It's required by statute. We do not have a choice. If we don't do it, our plan's not going to be considered in compliance with state statute. They're going to stop us from processing amendments that we initiate.
Oh,
Oh,
That's a
Okay.
penalty that's built into state statute.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
so-
ear is a big deal.
It's a big deal to make things up to date.
Yeah.
It's a big deal as part of a larger process that the state set in
and
place.
then I have a question. So yesterday, or sorry, whatever day we're on, Tuesday at the board meeting, there was a conversation that kind of kept coming up about making sure that your plan is legally defensible, that it is solid and intact.
Mhm.
And that's all just about keeping it updated and going through this process?
Yes. You always have to take into consideration that there are going to be some people who don't like what you do, and when you make
What?
changes. Yeah, I know.
Shock
Believe it or not.
Clyde, that never happens in growth management, right?
Well, there are always going to be some people on one side who say you didn't go far enough, and others who said, "Oh, you went too far." And so there's a balance, and and you have to also dot your I's, cross your T's, make sure you process these things on time and in compliance with statute. Otherwise, you're open for challenge.
Okay. I feel like you're the man for the job.
Yeah. Seems that way.
Well, I hope so, because we're doing it.
Because we're doing it. So, okay, how many years have you gone through?
This is my second
Really?
evaluation.
I would have said
appraisal
you
board.
would have done a bunch of them.
No, this is
I
they had
guess,
just
well,
finished.
7
They
years.
just finished one when I came on board in growth
Okay,
management. So
okay.
this is my second.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they were like, oh, new guy here?
Here you go.
No, we've done it before. We know how to do this.
Yeah. You have an amazing team in growth management.
Yeah.
We frequently go over there. I get a lot of media calls or something's come up at the board meeting and, you know, in I walk and you guys try to slam your doors, but it doesn't work. No, but it's like-
Martha's here.
I feel like you guys do a
No,
very good job of explaining it in a way that somebody who doesn't
Yeah.
live and breathe this
Yeah.
can then understand.
Yeah. I
Well,
agree.
thank you.
Yeah. You guys are so full of knowledge.
So full of it.
So full of it.
Yeah, full of something.
Can you cut that? No. Okay, anything else you want to add?
No, I think it was a really very productive meeting yesterday. The
Wonderful.
board had a chance to work through a number of items that
Mhm.
they wanted to talk about, and we'll do the same thing on March 11th. They'll work through a number of
March
items,
11.
and then we'll be ready for adoption on March 25.
Wow.
Perfect.
Okay. And then is it a little bit of a celebration in growth management? Like, do you guys have a big cake or?
Yeah. We all breathe a big sigh of relief, and definitely I'm going to take my planners out for lunch after that because
Nice.
it's been a journey.
Yeah.
It has. Yeah.
It's a good one,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I love it. Thanks for
Perfect.
joining us
Yeah.
today.
Thank you for joining
you.
us.
All right.
For all of your help in getting out the word.
Of course. Yeah.
That's what we do.
All right.
So if anybody would like to find out more information,
If you
Oh,
guys
yes.
if you guys want to find out any more information, we'll put the webpage down in the show notes.
Drop it in the show
We'll drop it
notes.
down in the show notes. And yeah, that's all we've got. Okay, so that was such a great interview with Clyde.
I know. We should have guests more. I wonder if he was comfortable. He's always
He always
comfortable.
looks so dapper.
I know.
Yeah. And he gave us so much good information. That was a bad sentence. It's fine.
It was
He had so
incredibly informational.
yes.
That wasn't good either.
that was
You know what?
Well, you know what?
Courtney, words are hard.
He blew us away. We can't even come up with words because of how
Yes.
great he was.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you know, he's worked here for a long time, so he's definitely a
Like longer than Courtney's been alive.
no, that's not true.
Yes,
Yes, it is, actually.
Not longer than me, but
It
yes.
is. Okay, so yeah, he's worked here
He's done
my
that
whole life.
for as long as you've been alive.
Yeah.
Actually, our entire growth management department, all of our departments. But yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so now that we're done with Clyde,
We are finished with you, Clyde.
we will move on to art in public places.
I love art in public
Places?
and private. But yes, art in public places. Talk to me more. Because that's all it
So-
says on my notes.
I don't know if you know this, but our CRA,
Yes.
which is our Community Redevelopment Agency,
Mhm.
they work with our art in public places
They do.
and create different kinds of arts throughout the county.
Yes. Well, they don't actually create it.
Well,
But they,
they
work
help.
with artists.
Yes.
They create the opportunities.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Thank you.
good. Create the opportunities.
CRA, creating opportunities throughout the county for art.
Really needed that button on it. Couldn't just stick with the first part.
No. Creating opportunities. Creating artistic opportunities.
Ooh, love it. Yeah.
Highlighting artists throughout our community.
Wow. She's really going with it.
No. Okay. Anyway, what's
So-
your favorite art that we have in public places?
I like, okay, the Stewart Beach. It's a mural, mosaic kind of piece.
Have I seen it? Okay,
you
I know
haven't
I've seen it.
Yes, you've seen it. You've never seen at the Stewart Beach, the bathroom.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
of course I have.
That
yes.
one's so pretty. I love
It
that
is
one.
pretty.
What's yours?
Okay, I have a few,
Okay.
right? So I love the new, I'm gonna get in trouble for touching my paper.
Oh, it makes no difference now. She's been flipping hers around.
Sorry.
Like she's fanning herself on a southern porch with the mint julep and I got the vapors.
The vapors. Steel Magnolias was just on the other day.
Sorry.
Best Julia Roberts movie ever. She dies.
I was not ready for that.
Me neither. Okay.
Okay.
I know where your allegiance lies. Art in public places. I love the Pelicans. They're new on
In Manatee
Salerno.
Pocket?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Like up over that bridge. I love them. There's
I like the one that has the fish in its mouth.
yes. Yes. There's also the turtle. There are 2 turtles at the Blake Library.
Serendipity
Mm-hmm.
is one of them.
Yes, in the
Well, that's the mosaic on the wall. You talk about the actual
both.
sculptures. Oh.
So there's the yes. So there's Serendipity is the mosaic, and that came
Mhm.
out of Arts Fest,
Yes.
right? And then if you go up into the children's area
Mm-hmm.
on the 2nd floor, which is where we handed out candy for Halloween,
Yes.
there is the actual sculpture of the turtle. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't pick.
Yeah.
I just love that in all different areas of our community, you find, I feel like I can twirl more on this box.
You're giving away the
So-
secrets.
Was it a secret though?
I mean, people don't know how short you are. They do now that you're on an apple box.
But so is she.
She's just spilling tea all over the place. Somebody get some bounty.
This is why even the paper doesn't work, you see?
It didn't. Anyway,
So, anyways,
I love art in public places.
art in public places.
Oh my gosh,
They-
we went totally off.
The mosaic at the mansion's my favorite. Since you asked.
Oh, I do
Oh,
love that. The
the-
pool. I did a
The
little.
lily pad.
Yep, I did an
fountain.
Instagram post
Mhm.
with my toes in it.
I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
It actually, there was a real fountain there, actually. And so they made it into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, so
We
the
digress.
CRA is looking for the public
Yes.
to engage in a survey to what kind of art are you guys looking for? Where is a good location for art? And is
Everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
Yes,
that's probably
but-
not one of the answers, but
they are looking for the community's input. So the survey's online, and we will drop it down in the show notes so you can take it straight to the survey.
I like it.
Yeah. Speaking of surveys,
Library, and I think we've talked about this
Mhm.
before, but our library every year does a customer satisfaction survey
yes.
because they want to know what you are looking for, what services,
Mhm.
and they also share like, are you aware that we offer these services?
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't know.
Right.
And so anyway, this is a great survey. A couple minutes to take it really helps out our library staff
Mm-hmm.
know where they should promote services if people aren't aware of them, or services people are looking for.
Yeah. So
Like we were in a meeting that day and this guy was like, hey, you don't have this one book. Do you remember that?
that's true. I remember
We should
that.
follow up on that.
We should. But we'll drop it down in the show notes for you to take.
Yes.
Yeah.
I took it. Did you take it?
I did.
Stefan, did you take it?
I just heard about it,
Okay.
so I will be taking
You heard it here first.
Speaking of library,
Yes.
they are offering tax help. Yes.
That is, it's right here at the bottom. I had to flip my page. It's very timely and relevant because I think we're in tax season.
Yes, we are. I was trying to do mine last night. It didn't go very well. So
Yeah.
I might need to go over to the library and get some help. But they do offer it through different external organizations and whatnot. So we will drop the webpage down in the show notes so you can see the schedule of when they do that. What?
Nothing. Sounds good. I was reading ahead to see what I was supposed to talk about next.
Okay, go.
Parks and Rec has a lot of very cool things.
Yes.
Some of them we just found out about today.
Yeah.
Did you know that there is a teen dodgeball tournament? Also, I don't think it's on our show notes, But they're having a teen pickleball thing.
Yeah, that's late. We'll talk about that later
'Cause
it's
it's
in like
later, right?
April. Yeah.
But how cool is that? And
Yeah.
somebody in our office was saying that they wanted to start playing, their kid wanted to play pickleball, right? So it's becoming like cool for younger people.
Well, when you say younger people, you're talking about me and my wife, right? Because I'm the one who's talking about how Dana wanted to start playing pickleball this
Oh,
weekend.
that was
She-
probably you. And
She dropped
Dana.
that bomb on me. Like, well, I guess we're doing this now.
Oh, you're gonna.
That's the thing. When you don't have kids and it's just the two of you, you got to do whatever your wife wants. So Dana, I hope you get some new pickleball attire.
What
and
are
a new
those things
paddle.
called?
A paddle.
A paddle?
Right? Did you buy them?
Yes.
Are you going to play pickleball with George Stokas
Yes.
and Mary?
And Mary Stokas. Yes.
They crush it. I don't know if
They're
they're the
about,
right.
they're about to understand what defeat is.
Oh,
Whoa.
you heard it
You
here
don't understand how
first.
competitive Dana gets when she's in this.
George and Mary Stokas, watch out.
So
Okay, so it wasn't the kid, it was his
back
wife.
to the teens, though.
Yes. Back it up.
Okay, it's fine. Teen dodgeball tournament.
Yes.
I hated when it was dodgeball day at the gym at PE.
Love dodgeball.
I hated it. I'd always be like, no.
But I
no,
love that
not
movie.
me. Yes, that's a good movie.
Okay, the movie's super funny.
Very.
So Friday, March 7th,
Oh, that's coming soon.
5:30 to 8:30.
I feel like we should just go watch.
Yeah. Ages
No?
11 to 18.
Oh, the 18s are going to crush the
Jock
11-year-olds.
Leighton Park.
I think it's by
They probably separate
group.
it, I would think.
Oh,
yes.
I guess it depends on how many kids they get.
Yeah,
I don't know.
know.
Anyway, you should check it out. We're going to drop it in the show notes and you can
Because
find out all about
pre-registration
it.
is required.
Oh, so you
You
better
cannot
hop
just
on
show
it.
up. You need to pre-register. We'll drop that down in the show notes.
How many people are on a dodgeball team? Do you know?
Is there a team?
A limit?
I thought it. I mean, we
is it?
did.
Oh, it's not a team. It's just elimination. And then you're last one standing.
Well, you have the people that have the balls that are throwing them, and you have the people that are.
I'm so glad you guys did research.
But, okay, so maybe it's not a team, but I feel
isn't
like
it-
there are
It's whoever's the last person standing.
a bunch of people lined up on this side and a bunch of people lined up on that side, but you're not really a team. Is that true?
That's
We're going
when
to
you-
find out.
When you did it in gym class in school, yes.
That's the
You
only
divi-
time I ever
you
played
play-
it.
I
but
did have
you do
gym
make-
class.
You do make teams. You do have
Oh.
rotations.
Courtney never had gym class.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
Yeah, but I think I like played it in elementary school. I don't think we ever played it after that.
Okay, moving on. We're going to put that information, down below in the show notes.
Also, Tween spring break program. They are Oh, you went with teens first, so I'm following through. 11 to 15, ages 11 through 15. March 17th to the 21st.
Oh, it's so many numbers for my head.
7:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Vince Bocchino Community Center.
Okay. 7:30 for tweens?
Yeah, to
Seems
12.
super early in the morning. 7:30 at night? 7:30 in the morning.
7:30 a.m.
Okay.
Not to be confused with 7:30 at night.
7:30
Yes.
a.m. in the morning. Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah.
Get up.
Ages 11 to 15. So if you want your kids to kind of do like a half day, do some fun activities, games, anything
What is it?
else. It's a spring break program
Okay. Oh, I get it.
for
Spring
the
break.
tweens.
Got it. Got it.
So,
Now I'm listening.
yes,
Thank you.
of course.
You know what I was thinking about?
Information will be down in the show notes before you. Yes, okay, now sidetrack me.
Music at the Mansion.
Yes, that's
I
coming
really like
up.
it because we're in like Music at the Mansion season.
We are in the season. 'Tis the season of Music at the Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the weather's nice.
I know. It's perfect, right? It is Sunday, March 2nd
Yes.
from 3 to 6,
Uh-huh.
right? You can bring your chairs
Make sure to bring your chairs. Or
or you have to
a
sit
blanket.
on the... Yes.
Yes.
I did that.
'cause
Sat
you-
on a blanket.
Yeah. You will be sitting
Right.
on the ground
Glory Days,
of Vero Beach.
a Vero Beach band. So
Yeah.
local.
A local band, sort of.
Do you know what kind of music
Playing.
they are? I didn't look.
Mm-mm. No. I didn't. But
You know what?
I can tell you where you can find out. Down in the show notes, we'll drop the webpage where it says a little description about the band.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing it's a Bruce Springsteen cover band.
You think?
Glory Days. It was like one of his biggest hits in the 80s.
Don't ask me.
Is that where you put the crickets in?
I will.
Okay.
So that's at the mansion at Tuckahoe
Yes.
from 3 to 6. And they have like food trucks.
It's a perfect way to spend a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
It is.
Unless you're on the pickleball court, which is where Stefan and his wife Dana will be
This is true.
learning how to.
Yeah.
I wonder what does it makes that sound, right?
I wouldn't be very good at that because I'm not. I'd fall.
You know, I remember seeing I would fall.
I would.
Right off the apple box. I remember seeing a clip of Stefan in his pickleball attire.
I do recall seeing that. Yeah.
You know what? Let's put that in
Yeah. We should have that pop up.
front and center.
Yep.
Producer, pickleball suit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like it.
Me too. Speaking of
Pickleball suits.
suits, you can
Perfect segue. No notes.
Transformers. They suit up.
I think we talked about this Transformers, right? The OG. Did we talk
Yes,
about
this is the OG
Okay.
community movie night.
Oh, yes.
It is Friday, so if you're watching it tonight,
Yes.
possibly,
Tonight.
you could be seeing Transformers, the
And-
original OG.
You can have food from the Martin County Sheriff's Office grill team, right?
Yeah.
They are flipping burgers. They're so fun to have at events.
They are. And it's free. Doesn't get any better than that,
Nope.
right?
I was going to say
So
it's free. It's for
that's
me.
from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Is the food free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like free. It's a free
It's
family
all
event.
Free for you.
And me. I feel like that's a song.
I don't know.
Free to be me.
No, you were saying to the melody of Tea for Two. That's what she said.
Oh, I don't know.
So we'll put that down in the show notes. You guys can get the address and everything where that will be.
I feel like that's it. Are we finished for the day?
That's a good spot to wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wrap it up, babe.
that's all we got for you today.
We appreciate
Hey,
you guys
hey.
watching. Oh, she's over the top today. I think it's all the lights. It's like,
Flashing lights.
oh, cut.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks for joining us.
We appreciate it.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yes, we will be here. So you
Well,
should watch us
but
there.
not in this room. You'll see us at our normal station, right?
Yes, studio.
Studio?
Station.
Yes.
Interesting.
All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
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 I just hit myself in the too.